next we have Roy Matlock.
Yeah. Okay. We know that judges can be corrupt. I mean, we're watching Nashville right now. Casey Moreland steals money from the drug court. He steals money. He trades sex for sentencing and things like that. So it's not hard to really put in perspective that it's possible that judges are corrupt. In the case with this lady, Guffee, I got a good taste of it. I lived in Brentwood at the time, and my boys got into the juvenile system. I have triplet, 2 boys and a girl. So the boys got in the system, and they got removed from Brentwood High School. And once that happened, I got my first taste when I walked into the courtroom, and I couldn't speak about anything. And she starts dictating everything that's going to happen. Doesn't talk to me at all about, what might be a good solution to helping the kids. Well, as it began, it started like that. And then my ex-wife and I, we had an issue about the way we thought the boys should be handled. And we go to court trying to settle that, and the next thing you know, we walk out of court, and they're in DCS custody. Phil Plant is in the back in the judge's chambers. He comes walking out of the judge's chambers, tells me that he's going to mediate all this between DCS and all this kind of stuff. Well, I find out later that Phil Plant's not even licensed, but he's in the back of the courtroom with the judge. So it starts out like that. Then from there, my boys get moved from school to school because now they are no longer with us. And then they end up in Greenville in a boys' home. All right? The Greenville boys' home, very clearly to me, was so many seats you got to fill, so let's send them away. This is kids that had an alcohol on campus at Brentwood High School inside of their car. And this is how this thing began. Before I know it, I'm spending $100,000 in legal fees trying to get my kids out of this. I went through 3 or 4 attorneys here in Franklin because every time I told them I wanted to go after this judge, they quit. All right, and I've got names of the different attorneys. So finally, I met Connie Reguli, and we continued on with it. I finally got him out of this. I talked to my son. He's here. And I told him, Dad, I said, you want to come up and talk? He says, Dad, I can't talk. He said, it's just going to bring back bad memories, but I want to be here because I don't want to be, at least I can be maybe a part of helping somebody into the future. Here's what I look at. It needs to be an investigation on this judge, not just on what she's done. She makes decisions. She could have easily just said, go with the dad. There's no reason for her not to have done that. But instead, she stuck him into all this kind of stuff. There needs to be an investigation. She's getting paid off, is what I believe. If I were betting, she's getting paid off by the halfway houses. She's getting paid off by the counselors. She's getting paid off by the drug. She's getting money because no one would operate the way she operates unless there was some reason to do it. Because if the goal is in juvenile court is to rehabilitate and not punish, she's not doing that. What she's doing is she's going in there and pushing stuff that made no sense. This is 2 kids that got ripped out. I've been in Nashville and Brentwood my whole life. There was nothing at all that would have been a reason. They couldn't have just said, look, let them go over there, but she refused to do that. So y'all need to remove them. And what I think is going to happen, if you don't remove her, you're going to get civil cases against you, left and right. I didn't come up here with that in mind, but I'm telling you, this whole Williamson County courthouse is going to be what's going on in Nashville right now. It's going to be one big problem, and that lady needs to go. So that's all I have to say on this.